So alright y'all, welcome to the Chris Show this week. It's definitely going to be a little bit of a different show. As we all know, America is in a state of emergency since Friday due to the coronavirus. I'm going to give you some updates on that and give my general perspective on how America's treated this case, and is it too far, is it too little, too much? Just stay tuned and I'll let you know. I'm also going to talk about an update about the NFL. They had a meeting with their CBA. They have a 10-year agreement. I'm going to give the details about all of that, and as a football fan, should you be excited or not excited? And lastly, this happened way earlier in 2019. You remember Tristan Thompson and Jordyn Woods? Well, Kim Kardashian apparently had beef with Jordyn Woods all that time, but now is apparently okay with Tristan Thompson, so I'm going to go into that. So be sure to tune into the Chris Show this week. So the coronavirus, the thing many people have talked about, it was downplayed around 2 to 3 weeks ago thanks to our president. He backtracked on that this week. He labeled it a state of emergency. I don't know if you checked out my stream earlier this week, but I kind of broke down when NBA officially canceled its season. After that, a lot more things have definitely been canceled. All sports, besides a UFC event like on Saturday, have been canceled. Wrestling events have been held with no fans there. The debate this Sunday is going to be held with no fans. We are in uncharted territory. And with this uncharted territory, we unfortunately have two extremes. We have people that are taking it way too far, and we have people that are taking it way too little. The people that are taking it too far. One, why are you guys stocking up on toilet paper? Have you guys ever read what flu-like symptoms are? Chances are you are not going to be shitting out so much that you need to grab 2 to 3 rolls of toilet paper, not allow anyone else to have toilet paper. That's just ridiculous. Those are the people that are going too far. Then you have people that are stocking up on milk, even though milk goes bad, so you're just stocking up on stupid stuff. Then we have people that are stocking up on perishables like fruits and vegetables. What are you guys doing? Then we also have people that early in March, these people wanted to be proactive instead, proactive for their wallets. This one guy went state by state purchasing all this hand sanitizer to try and sell it online. Funny thing, Amazon wasn't having it because these people were trying to sell bottles from around $8 a bottle up to $70 a bottle. And you know that's foul for hand sanitizer when this is affecting people's livelihood. So yeah, Amazon canceled all those people. He's out $18,000 worth of hand sanitizer now because he can't sell it. So either way, we're seeing the worst of the worst. We're seeing people that are taking, like I said, too far, but we're also seeing people that are taking this lightly. They're still going out to eat, they're still vacationing, they're still doing their normal lives, and this is not the time to be living our normal lives. Yeah, this coronavirus may not be fatal to you, but it's definitely fatal to people that are over the age of 65, definitely people that are over the age of 70. You gotta worry about your boomers. You gotta take care of the elderly. And people, there's a time to be selfish and there's a time to be selfless. This is the time in America to be selfless. Stock up on your items, be able to have food for 2 weeks, take care of yourself. As I stated before, you might not have to deal with this sickness, but the elderly definitely do. And if you haven't been paying attention to the news, in Italy they're up to over 1,800 deaths. It just keeps going much more. It's only going to escalate. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse unless we become proactive. That's why there's been talks of potentially shutting down America for 2 whole weeks. Yes, that's going to affect a lot of people's money, especially people that are part-time job people. I live in Vegas. I know some people that work on a casino that are valet that have been laid off until June. I know some people that have been laid off altogether. Times is tough right now. It's very rough out here. I don't know if this 2-week quarantine for the whole America, how this is going to affect us, but it's definitely going to affect a lot of people's wallets. So just check up on your loved ones. Tell them you love them. If someone needs help financially and you're in that position to help them, then help them. Be that person, because this is what we're going to need in this time of need. So in California and Ohio, I've seen them be proactive. They've now closed restaurants and bars. I imagine we're going to see gyms close soon. We're just going to keep on seeing more and more things be shut down. Starbucks they're open, but they've taken away all their chairs so you can only get your coffee and go. But either way, I want to know in the comment section, how do you guys feel about this situation? Are you one of the people that you were being too overreactive? Are you the person like me in the middle? You stocked up on your supplies, but you're not out here buying toilet paper and going crazy and causing scenes like a lot of people have. But you're also not this person that, I'm still going to live my best life. I'm going to go out on the weekend. I'm going to go to bars. I'm going to take a vacation because the airlines are down right now. Hopefully you're not one of those people. We need to be proactive, not reactive, people. This is the time for selflessness, not to be selfish. Remember that. So the NFL and the CBA have reached an agreement. So for 10 more years, if you're worried about a lockout, it's not going to happen in the NFL. So cheers to you, cheers to us. We definitely get football. But before I get into the negatives, let me talk about the positives. First off, no more players being tested for marijuana. It's already legal in 10 states. We no longer have to worry about that in the league. Sucks this didn't happen earlier for people like Josh Gordon, but it is what it is. At least going forward, NFL players will no longer have to worry about that. Another positive from this, the minimum salary has been increased by $100,000. So, you're not worried about the quarterbacks, but the person drafted in the 3rd round or 5th round, the person only lasts in the league 3 to 5 years, that's definitely going to make a big difference. That's an extra $100,000 a year. So props to NFL for that. So let me talk about the issues I have with it. One, NFL's always been preaching player safety, but they added an extra regular season game. So now there's 17 regular season games as opposed to 16. So if you're talking player safety, how does that work? It doesn't. There's no way to spin this. You guys are only worried about your pockets. Let's be real. And then my other issue is they added an extra playoff team. In this, the NFL is one of the few seasons, NBA and NHL, over 50% of the teams make it. So watching the regular season doesn't mean that much because even if you struggle for a bit, you're still going to make the playoffs. That's what we appreciated with the NFL because if you started off slow or had a lot of injuries, chances are you're not going to be able to make the playoffs. Now with this new adding an extra team, like last year, the Pittsburgh Steelers without Ben Roethlisberger would have made the playoffs. Does that team really deserve it? No, we don't want to watch a team without a quarterback. You're diluting the game in order to have more playoff games, to make more revenue, to make more money. And that's what it is at the end of the day. The players voted on it. It was around 52% to 48%. If you want to get more precise, like 51.5 to 48.5. Either way, the players were a lot split on it. I feel like players, the ones that are able to fight it for a little bit are the ones yesing it, and the average Joe and the person that is not going to be able to be in the league longer is the ones that voted for it, because at the end of the day, you got to get your paychecks while you can, and a lockout or a holdout would not help the average NFL player. So also, of course, the players are going to get more revenue sharing, the salary cap's going to increase. So there's definitely positives for the players. I'm not going to act like they just got outright robbed or taken advantage of or anything. But it's definitely a deal that's more beneficial for the owners than it is the players. As always, NFL's behind MLB and NBA when it comes to player negotiations. But what I want to hear from you guys, let me know in the comment sections or let me know on Twitter. You can mention me at ChrisBenjiii. I'll leave my Twitter in the description. How do you guys feel about the NFL adding an extra game, adding an extra playoff team? Do you feel like it dilutes the regular season? Or are you one of those people, the more the merrier? Because me, I'm pretty firm on my stance. I hate when they dilute the regular season. I appreciate, damn, when you make the playoffs in the NFL, you earned it. I don't know if you'll be able to say that going forward. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so the Kardashians. People, I'm personally not too huge fans of because there's a lot of hypocrisy. There's a lot of them making money off looking like black women. There's just a lot of stuff about the Kardashians I'm not a huge fan of. But either way, last year, one of the biggest things about them, Khloe and Tristan, they got married, they had a kid together. Tristan hooked up with Jordyn Woods, who is Kylie's best friend. These people spent a whole good 2 to 3 weeks tarnishing this girl's name, throwing her under the bus, Kylie ending the friendship. They're just doing anything and everything. Now, let's fast forward, we're in 2020. Kim, who shouldn't be on good terms with Tristan Thompson, is out here taking a picture with him, going to one of his games, wishing him happy birthday. So you give this energy to Jordyn, you cancel her, basically kick her out of your family and all that. But with Tristan, everything's good. And that's where everyone's been upset and pointing out the hypocrisy of Kim and them over the weekend. This makes me think, is this plays into that double standard with infidelity? When men cheat, they're still like accepted, but for women, they're looked at as hoes, whores, and like, how can you be a home wrecker and all that stuff? Because that energy is not the same for what they did with Jordyn, with how they're treating Tristan, and that's not right. And that's why we got to point out the hypocrisy. Luckily, them trying to cancel Jordyn ended up helping elevate her career. Megan reached out, she started doing a lot of things over the summer. We've seen her name a lot more. So their bad publicity only turned into good publicity in the end. But like I said, I always have to point out hypocrisy, especially when it comes to them, because I'm just not huge fans of the Kardashians. So you guys let me know in the comment section. Do you think double standards playing a part to this, or just Kardashians being Kardashians? I'd love to hear. So yeah, this is mainly what I wanted to talk about this week. I didn't expect this to be a huge show because, you know, I was just giving updates about the coronavirus. And this is just my public announcement. Take this seriously. Take this social isolation. Stock up on your food. Leave the elderly alone. Use this time to take care of your mental, take care of your well-being. If you're one of these people that are hurting for money, hopefully you can pray and something happens, or a family member or a close friend can help you during these tough times. But yes, it is tough times, and take preventive measures. Wash your hands. I don't even know why people are saying that, because you should have always been washing your hands anyway. So if you have to be warned about that, you probably a dirty motherfucker anyways. Shit's getting real. Let me know in the comment section, do you think America's gonna be shut down for 2 weeks? Also, remember with the NFL, how do you guys feel as a fan? Do you think they're just worried about their wallets, or does this actually make the game better? And then about the Kardashians, do you think it was just hypocrisy, double standards, or Kardashians being Kardashians? Remember, I always post my shows Monday, noon Eastern time. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell for all my videos, like, comment, share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. This Chris, I'm out this motherfucker.